Didn't want to be bothered. Why did she have to die? Because you're not who she want to be accompanied by. Walk away. Don't hit on no girl. Don't fight no female. No matter what. Go on about your business.
Get this, guys. The person that unalived this girl was sitting in the party with all of us. It's scary because this guy was in the same vicinity, walking past me and my group of friends. And he also likes to essay women as well. So not only were we sitting in a party with somebody that had something on them, most likely, we also were around somebody that likes to essay women.
19-year-old Samaya Spain was a radiant and driven young woman, with dreams of making her mark as both a model and a rapper.
You know why they call me the MB? Cause I'm pushing that work and I stay with that heat. I'm in your block, I'm a full speed. Bitch, no better to pass me. I'm in my bag and it's hefty. Bitch be tryna upset me, but shit can get messy. 587, you know who the best be. You know who the best be. Wow, me and my niggas don't fuck around. I carry you 9, running you down. Bitch, you know who the talk of the town. Don't fuck with you niggas just clowns. You get in this pussy, you better drown. We fucking all night, we going round. Bitch be trying when I'm not around, but all the stores trying to be down. Like, my niggas spin blocks with IB. Can't fuck with a bitch, she IB. I skated niggas no hockey. I body these bitches like Bonnie. These niggas don't know where to find me. If you speaking on Shadis, I'ma fuck around, catch me a homie.
Tragically, what should have been a routine trip to her local store after attending a party turned into a nightmare. She encountered a man who, unable to handle rejection, resorted to violence and fatally stabbed her. In the same brutal act, her twin sister, Sanyia, was also stabbed, though her injuries were fortunately not life-threatening. In the aftermath of this senseless tragedy, witnesses to the crime and individuals who were present at the party preceding the stabbing have courageously stepped forward to shed light on the events leading up to the encounter and its devastating aftermath.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. That's it, yeah.
All right, you mentioned you witnessed the crime.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me more about what happened?
So I had walked in the deli to order food, and these guys were holding the door open for everybody. One of the guys had complimented the two girls that had walked in with their friends, and they said no, they weren't attracted. So he called them names. They called him names back. He walked down the block angry, and then a couple like 2-3 minutes later, he comes up and starts banging and kicking on the glass door, trying to get in.
So he comes back to the bodega.
Yes, he left and came back. He's banging on the door. They locked the door. Then he walked away again. So they unlocked the door so everybody could leave. So the second they opened the door, he ran back into the door and started attacking them. They get right in front of the deli. They're fighting, and then a guy in all black had stabbed one of the girls in her neck and the other in her arm, and ran. So then everybody gets to attending her. One of her friends took off their shirts and started putting compression on her neck to try to slow down the bleeding. And she was gushing blood just down her entire body, covering the street inside and the bike lane. And that's when we called 911 and they showed up and pulled her. And last time I saw her, she was like full flat, laid down, unresponsive, getting on the hearse.
Unconscious?
Yes.
Wow. And how old these girls were?
I know the girl that got stabbed in her neck is 19. And her sister, and I don't know how old her sister is.
Just a teenager.
Yes, over stupid stuff.
And what about the guys?
The guys looked in their early 20s. No older than 25.
And how often do you notice stuff like this around, this area of Brooklyn?
I've only seen regular fights that only happen for a couple seconds. I've never seen somebody full on get stabbed and possibly murdered ever in this area. There's usually zero problems.
All over someone getting
rejected simply, and they just escalated it. I don't know if they were sober or not, but It's just, this was unnecessary as hell. Actually, his friend was telling him, like, you're drunk, let's just go. So they're not sober. They get rejected and they just escalated tenfold. Like, we was all having a good night before this.
When you say we, did you know the girls?
Not personally, but we was at a party.
Okay.
And we just had left and we went to the store to get food. We was all getting sandwiches or like beef patties just to eat. We're hungry. We want to go home, and this happens.
I'm sorry that you had to experience that. And anonymous, right?
Yes.
Thanks again. Appreciate it.
No problem.
This is Samaya Spain, and last night she was unalived by a guy just because she simply rejected him. Now, Samaya Spain went to this party. This is the party right here. I was also at this party last night with my friends. And this party took place in New York City, where I live. And at around like 2:30 in the deli across the street is where this attack took place. These party promoters are extremely popular. And this one in particular is extremely popular. They always have sold out events. But continuously, there have been issues when it came to security. There have been issues when it came to them letting minors in with pay and exposing them to harmful things such as like drugs, alcohol, and other things like that. So last night, the security at this party sat there and watched that whole encounter between Samaya Spain, knowing that Samaya just came outside of their party. The security saw the attack take place and stood there and did absolutely nothing. The reason for this is because if they do call the cops, the party shuts down. And you know what that means for them? They don't get paid. And they want their money. And that's all that they care about. And get this, guys. The person that unalived this girl was sitting in the party with all of us. It's scary because this guy was in the same vicinity, walking past me and my group of friends. And he also likes to essay women as well. So not only were we sitting in a party with somebody that had something on them, most likely, we also were around somebody that likes to essay women. Count your days. These party promoters, especially with that particular venue that we were at, have had a history of not caring about people that are at the party. People passing out, people essaying people, letting minors in. As long as they get their money, they do not care. And they will not call the police, they will not call the cops or the ambulance if something bad happens because they want to make their money and they don't care. So count your days. Count your days. Because not only am I sitting here traumatized with my friends, now I'm questioning y'all's morals. Sat there and watched a girl literally take her last breath, and y'all probably didn't call the cops. You want to know why? Because you want to get paid and you're sick. Justice for her. I'm not going to shut up about this. Also, I'm not sure if they have the guy that did it in custody. Condolences to Samaya's family. This is a really weird video because I don't make videos like this, but I felt as if I needed to speak on this and share her story. And this is exactly why women are afraid to say no, because of stuff like this. Just say no doesn't work because she lost her life saying no.
I miss her so much. Her tears run deep after losing her 19-year-old daughter, Samaya Spain. This cell phone video obtained by Pix 11 News shows the moment Spain and her twin sister, Sanyia, were brutally attacked. That's Samaya apparently being stabbed in the chest and neck. But we are stopping the video right there. Those were deadly points that he punctured in her body, that even if she fought it, I don't think she could have won the fight. LaShawn Goodson is more than heartbroken, thinking about the death of her daughter, but how she died, Goodson says, makes the pain that much harder. She didn't want to be bothered. Why did she have to die? Because you're not who she want to be accompanied by. Walk away. Don't hit on no girl. Don't fight no female, no matter what. Go on about your business. It all started early Sunday morning. Her twins went to grab food at this deli on St. Mark's Place. A man apparently was trying to hit on the teens. After rejecting his advances, things escalated from there. At one point, the deli owner had to lock the doors to keep the man out. The twins thought the coast was clear, but once they walked out of the deli, my daughter Sanyia was arguing with the guy in my daughter's defense outside, and he stabbed her and she went to the floor. And at that very moment, Samaya went to attack him, and he stabs her in the heart, and when she went down, he stabs her in the neck.
While this mother tries to deal with her grief, she sends a message to the person responsible.
I just want him to suffer every day like I am. I want him to wake up every day in a cell, just like I gotta wake up every day with my mind in a cell.
And the community wants the same thing, standing in solidarity with the family.
No means no in our community. If in fact that this woman didn't want you to say anything or do anything to her, you should have just walked away. So the call to the action right now is to say to the individuals that committed this crime, turn yourself in. You may run, but you're not going to hide.
Unfortunately, despite efforts, the authorities have yet to apprehend the individual accountable for Samaya's tragic demise. As her family navigates the profound sorrow of her sudden departure, I implore you to hold them close in your thoughts and prayers. May Samaya's sister, Sanyia, swiftly recover from her injuries, and may justice prevail as her assailant is brought to account. Above all, may Samaya Spain rest in peace.